Hello everybody and welcome back to Lost Skies. We are heading to island number 3, I think? I don't remember what island we're on. Hold on, I need to pull up the map. Because for some reason I just completely forgot about that. What island are we on? I believe we are heading to island number 3, right? Or is it number 4? Oh, we're heading to island number 4. Never mind. Island 3 was at Journey's End. We are heading to island number 4, which is Thieves and Retribution. So, we're going to get over here to where the Ark is. Let's go ahead and get that done. Then we'll be able to get that conversation finished. I don't think we have any points that we can spend right now. Oh, we do. So let's come to a stop here. And then we'll descend down to the point where we can grapple to the Ark there. Alright, ideally that's enough. Am I going to go out this way? No, that's not enough. That's definitely not enough. So we'll come over this way like this. Alright, that's enough. Here we go. So we can come to a stop. Let's hop out of here. Hop into here. We can have a conversation with the Ark. You can pause to read this if you would like. And that. I'm pausing to give you guys opportunities to pause and read if you would like. Those of you who don't care, you can just continue watching because we're just kind of going through this. Oops, sorry. I accidentally overclicked through that. All right, so we have 7 pieces available to us at the moment. So we're going to grab the Atlas Enhancer here because that's good. And the Hip Light is going to be extremely important. And then we'll go ahead and unlock the Pilipi Driftwood Blade because at some point we're going to be putting wings on our ship. So there's that. All right, we're going to eat some food. Berries for health, mushrooms for stamina, and then the cave bugs give us both. So as long as we have those, we'll continue to use those. Oops, didn't mean to press that one. Alright, so I know that there is a... We're just going to go ahead, and since we're over here anyways, we're just going to go ahead and go over to the tower there because we're going to end up having to go back to the tower for the relay puzzle there. It's fine, but I'm the kind of person who I'm slightly impatient about things, and I want to just get the data disk that I know is over there so that we just have it done. I don't have to think about it when I come back over here. I don't want to forget. Because once you're in the middle of a puzzle, a lot of times you get super into the puzzle and you kind of forget everything else that's going on. So that's 1. Let's see. Where's my map? Okay. So that's 1. There's 5 data banks here that we can get. So we just got to keep an eye out for that. So that's 1. And then there's not one over there on that island, but there is a big chest over there. So we'll head over in that direction as well. After we get back to the island and kind of run around the top. I generally, when I come to a new island, I just kind of run around the edge to see if there's anything interesting that we can grab. So like right now, there's a puzzle here that we can do. I would imagine it's probably going to unlock this chest here. So we'll grab onto that. You can press the C key to unlock the clutch for this, which will basically just make it freewheeling. But it doesn't stay freewheeling every time, so especially if you like go up a ledge or something like that, sometimes the clutch will just re-engage again. So if you start slowing down, just press that clutch again, and it should press the clutch a couple of times until it releases, and you should be fine. All right, so we'll grab all of that. Oh, we picked up an engine. Okay. So I guess we'll just let's get our pistol out. I don't remember if there are any turrets in this area here. I don't think there are any... I don't believe there are any data disks here, data banks here, so we'll just kind of breeze through grabbing the chests here. We want to grab these bulbs because they are important for a recipe later. You don't need like a million of them, but, you know, try to get about a full stack. I think that's probably enough to do what you need to do. And so, yeah, let's continue running around the island here. We go over to the right. There's another little puzzle here that we need to get done. Okay. So this puzzle is very difficult if you don't know what to look for. The little strips of metal give you like the the solution to the puzzle. You would think that this would be the entry point, but it's not. This is actually the exit point. So you want to start with this first one that's pointing off that way. So you do like that. You hit the C key to clutch it out. And then you go and you just follow the direction that the strips are pointing. And that's all you got to do. So this one's pointing over this way. This one's pointing over this way. And then we go to this last one, and that opens that. And what that does is it opens up this little doorway here. And there is a... This is 2 out of 5 for this one. And there's a chest in here and another little chest. So I'll take those. We already have these 2. I don't really need another one for that. We already have the... Do we have the galleon's 4? I don't remember. Ship flight sails. We have the galleon's driver, but not the galleon's 4. So we'll go ahead and pick that up because we don't have that one yet. And we'll take the lead as well. All right. There is a laser puzzle that finishes at the top here. I don't really remember what the laser puzzle does, though. That's kind of a problem, but we'll figure it out in a minute. All right, so there's another wreck over here. Let's get our pistol out because I feel like there's probably going to be a turret or something over here. Or maybe it was just some drones and they destroyed themselves in the trees. The developers really need to go and fix the AI for the monsters in this game, or the enemies in this. Oh, all right. I guess we're fighters. Oh, I really need to start with the last state that I left it in. It's really annoying to have to stop to reload because the game starts you off with your clip empty, with your magazine empty. It's really annoying. And then you gotta wait for a reload. Reload while he's over there. Didn't realize we were going to get attacked, but that's fine. Alright, I need to pull him into the land here because I do want to harvest him. Dude, hit him! Alright, there we go. So yeah, what frustrates me about the whole reload thing is that I almost always go back and do a reload just to make sure that we're all set and ready to go. And it's frustrating to load into the game when I left the gun full of ammo and it just defaults to being empty. So they really need to put a save state in for that. They need to add a save state in for that because it's really irritating. It's not something you should have to remember to do when you have good habits and you remember to do that you remember to reload as soon as it's empty. I shouldn't have to remember to do that later. That's super frustrating. Alright. We got a bunch of chests here that we can open. Got a nice little tech guide there. And some sugar and a brief. We don't really need the sugar. I don't really mess around with the more complex food recipes because that requires you to store food until you find all the pieces for it. So, denied ascension. We're going back to the ship now. I have been waiting for denied ascension on my playthrough with my son. We're like halfway through the islands. I still don't have denied ascension yet. Really frustrating. Denied ascension is my favorite weapon. It is a sniper rifle that does crazy damage once you get it fully done. Like, the hardest stuff in the game outside of, like, the tank bots only takes, like, 3 or 4 shots with this thing, so... Didn't mean to do that. Why am I not getting... That's another thing that needs to be fixed. Come on, let me up. Okay, so we need to learn this schematic. And then we're going to upgrade it as much as we can. I'm not sure how much we're going to be able to upgrade it, but holy crap, this is, for me at least, the best weapon in the game. Alright, well, we were able to get it up to level 9. Once we get it fully upgraded, it's going to be like 1,300 damage or something like that. But, I mean, we're going to go from 300 and something to 847 just with this. So, let's grab some propellant. Because I know we need propellant for this. Oh, I already have propellant. So we're going to craft... Well, what do we need for denied ascension? We need... Oh. It won't let us use the advanced one. That's fine. We'll put this here. We'll take our regular weapon propellant out. We'll go over here. We'll craft the denied ascension. Oh, man. Killing things is about to get a lot easier. It's about to get a lot easier. Okay. So, that does mean we're going to have to do some inventory shuffling here. So, because I don't want to... Because we need to make sure that we're able to hold on to all of this here. So we need 3 slots for the rifle, 2 that for that, that for that. We'll go ahead and put our corals back there. I don't need to hold that in my inventory there. And then we'll go ahead, we'll chuck this, because we don't need that. And then we'll keep our extra food out there, because I want to get... I want to hold on to an Atlas shard. Just because if we die and start on an island that doesn't have... I've died and spawned on an island that did not have any Atlas shrimp, which made it impossible to get out. So, definitely want to make sure that you hold some of that on you. We'll hold this on us for now until I get around to... Let's see, we can put our metal in here. I don't need to hold on to that. We can put our burning coral back in there. We're holding on to our food. We'll cook these at some point. Small ammo. Oh, that reminds me, we need large ammo. So I don't need a 2-stack to that. So do I have any scrap metal? I do not. So unfortunately, we'll use our pure lead for now. Well, it's only going to give us like one stack. Oh. What? Why don't I have access to heavy ammunition? We may need to craft a machine gun for this thing. Because that might be what it is. Maybe we have to craft a machine gun. Because the machine guns take heavy ammo. Which makes it to where we can actually use that. So what we're going to do is the best place to put a shipyard here is over on that little island. Because it's a nice big flat open space. So while we do that, to make this process go a little bit faster, we'll put our sails out. Alright, there we go. And then we'll just aim for this little gap here in between the little trees. We can put a shipyard down. And we'll just leave it in the shipyard because I'm hoping that once we're done here, maybe we can get the engines and we can swap out the sails anyway. Okay, so I need this back. I need this back. We might not have... Well, I mean, I guess... I don't know. Let's get our shipyard down. Eventually. Always gotta find a spot for it. I think that's close enough that it'll just grab it. Can I please? Thank you. All right, so build a ship weapon. We'll put the scrap. Of course, I need wood. Do I have another thing that gives me an option for anything other than wood? Of course, I don't. So we got to cut down a couple of trees here because we need wood for that. All right, go there. I don't remember how much wood it needed, so I'll just cut down 2 trees to save ourselves a little bit of time. 25. Hopefully that's enough. Oh my god, let me up the freaking thing there. Oh my god, let me up. Oh, fighting with the interface. Alright, let me up. Alright. Build. Scrap cannon. Craft. Oh. Build. Machine gun. Funnel nailer. Build. Boom. We're just going to build it and pick it back up. I don't want the weight sitting there. But I'm hoping that this is going to give me access to heavy ammunition. Does not seem to have unlocked that. Not sure what unlocks heavy ammunition. That's a problem, because our rifle uses heavy ammunition. All right, well, I'm just going to drop all this right here. We'll continue exploring the island just to get the island done. That's super frustrating. I'm not sure what's... not sure why I'm not able to get medium ammunition. Normally, building something will unlock recipes for you, but it's not unlocking it for me, so I don't know. So what, we found 2 out of 5 so far, right? 1 over there, and then we found 1 in the little slot over by the thing there, oh, in the little statue area where the puzzle was. We still need to do... Oh, we need to grab these guys. So like I said, when you're picking up stuff like this, you want to aim below. Aim below, and then go up, and that should bring you up high enough to grab whatever it is. You want jellies because... Oh, I missed. You want jellies because they're important for a recipe later. So let's aim there. That gets him. Alright, so, yeah, let's head back over to where oh, I missed. Let's head back over to where the puzzles and stuff were. I don't really want to fight them again, so... Alright, so... Oh, that was that over there, so we'll just continue around the island real quick. Okay, so we got 3 out of 5 so far. We got the 1 on the island over there in the tower. We got the 1 over there under the thing. We got the 3rd one here. So let's continue heading over this way. We're gonna head over that way. I don't remember if this is anything. I don't think it is, but it can't hurt to check it. Pick up some glass shards. We can eventually put some glass in our ship. Let's head over to the island over here, so we can get what's over there, since the mantas are off in that direction. Sometimes they're over here, so I'm always a little bit nervous when I come over here, and I haven't seen them yet because a lot of times they like to hang out over here in the little area. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Alright, so we get a nice big chest out of this, and that completes this part of this island. Okay, take pure Atlas crystal, why not? Oh, I didn't mean to pick that up. That's okay. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure how we get heavy ammo. The problem is that we really need it. Because denied ascension is like the shiznit. I don't remember... Yeah, I think we ended up going that way, so... Let's follow the island around this way. And then ideally we'll be able to find where the starting point for this is. Oh, I think we found it. Alright, cool. So, we go over here, we do like that gets that started, which allows us to hop onto here, which allows us to turn it to that. Then we hop off of here, go this way, or we could do that. Alright, that allows us to do this. Now, a trick. If you stay hanging when you go to this, oops. If you stay hanging when you go to activate this, you will remain hanging when you let go. And you won't fall. Well, not on all of them. On some of them. On some of them, it's still not, it's still like detaches your grapple and you end up like standing on the thing, and it can be a little bit unnerving. So just start grappled if you're going to go to one of the upside down ones, and then hope that it doesn't screw with you. Okay. Oh, let me up. Let me up. Alright, you go there. Not sure if it was going to let me get it. And we glide over here. And as soon as we get close enough, we'll hook it. I believe that this one is actually going to remove our grapple when we do it. So just be advised that that could happen. I always have to find this one because there ends up being... Yeah, see what I mean? So just be ready for that. That is something that really should be fixed, but unfortunately the devs are focused on making more content rather than going back and fixing little things like that. So just be advised that that's probably going to happen to you. Be ready. Be ready as soon as you let go that you might need to like yank your camera up. We can skip this one here, I believe. I don't think we need that one. We just go straight to that one. Okay, let's just do that. Slow it down. Oh, missed it. Okay, that one goes. That one goes. What are you doing? It's not going to let me... Okay. I've never had this happen before. I've never had this happen before. That has never done that to me before. I guess we can try to get it from here. I've never had that do that to me before. So that's a new one. So we'll hop over here to this one. Maybe this one will let me hit the tower top. Where is the tower top? Oh. Nope, can't hit the tower top from here. That's a problem. Alright, the only thing I can think to do then is to try to swap the order. It's never been a problem for me before. I have successfully completed this puzzle multiple times with skipping that, and it's never been an issue. So, I don't know what's going on here. But I guess we'll complete the puzzle as intended and see if that fixes the problem. Okay, so I guess what they want us to do then is to... Did I screw this up? I'm confused. Where's... Oh, it's this one here. It's hard to see with all the... It's hard to see with all the fog. Yeah, I've never had this be an issue. I've always just gone straight to the other one. So I'm not sure if that's just a bug and it's making it not work properly, or maybe it working for me this many times is the bug. I can't imagine that's the case. That wouldn't make any sense, but whatever. Alright, let's get up into this. Come on, let me up. Alright, and then... So I guess this one goes here. Alright, up we go. Try this one again. Up. Alright, we'll just re-hook it there. Sometimes it can be a little fiddly. Alright, seems to be working now. I've never, ever had that happen to me before, so I'm not sure what the deal is with that. It's mildly annoying that that's what happened, but All that matters is that we got it working now. Let's get over here. I almost screwed that one up, I think. That could easily have been, we have to reset. Alright, up we go. And then this does that. But like I said, I don't really know what that accomplishes. So we've gotten 3 out of the 5 that we're supposed to find here. When you go back over there, oh, that is the Herald. Fortunately, our ship is in the shipyard and it's on a piece of land, and I don't believe that we're gonna have to worry about him that much. But yeah, good to know. Oh, I remember what these do though. So we need to go all the way back around to where this started. That's what the laser puzzle does. It opens up the door that we started this whole thing at. So let's go this way. This is probably the long way around, actually, if I'm thinking about it, but it is what it is. I can actually just go under the island. That'll work too. If I can reach, there we go. The great thing about the whole grappling hook thing is that there's always a shortcut. Alright, that lets us in here. And this gets us 4 out of the 5. And as I've said multiple times, I don't necessarily go for all of them, because you don't need all of them. You just need to get... Oh, I picked up some heavy ammo. Is that going to unlock the frickin' recipe for me now? If you're a completionist... Ooh, traveler's boots. We're going to put those on. If you're a completionist, this series is not for you. I'm just here to get you through the islands and most of the puzzles and stuff. I'm not trying to give you every tiny little bit of it. If that's what you want, I'm sure someone else will come along who is more of a completionist than I am. I think that if we can get all of them, we'll get all of them. I don't remember where the last one is for this one, so we're just going to go ahead and call it a day as far as picking these things up. So let's get over to the Ark. Yeah, I don't remember. I feel like it would have been in the middle of the island here somewhere. Like in a wreck or something. But I'm not sure. That's a cave with a bunch of mining stuff in it. I mean, I guess we can check it out really quick. But I'm pretty sure that this is just... I don't remember there being anything down here. Not as far as, like... Yeah, this is all... Go. I think that's just a pile. Cave entrance there. I'm out of stamina because I'm out of food. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this is mostly just like a mining cave. You go through so many of these and it all just kind of blends together. So yeah, I don't remember if there is one down here. There might be. You're free to come and check it out yourself. I am generally satisfied. Oh, switch. I am generally satisfied. It's not powered anyways. I'm generally satisfied with 4 out of 5. Once you start getting to the last one, it's usually located in a place that requires a lot more time. It requires a lot more time than it's really worth, than what you really get out of it. So I don't generally spend a bunch of time. Oh. I do tend to get trapped down here and have to figure my way out. Switch here. Then you do that. Yep. Okay. So there's another. I don't think I've actually ever solved this before. I believe that in one of these directions there's a door. I don't think I've ever actually been in here before. So you guys just watched me solve something on camera. Okay. Well, there's that. Get our pistol. Oh, nope. I don't have my hip lamp yet, so that makes doing that difficult. Okay. Oh. There's a couple of anti-air turrets in here. Not sure why you would need anti-air turrets inside of a cave, but whatever. At least we got some treasure out of all of this. We got the Explorer's face mask. Nice. So let's go ahead and get that put on. We can drop the Survivor's gear. The Explorer and Traveler gear is one tier up from the Survivor's stuff. Oh, we could do the hood. Probably gonna end up doing the hood. Let's go ahead and put the hood on. Because that looks cooler, I think. Alright, well. Yeah. Oh, there's a filament there. Which is going to be important for our hip lamp that we're going to make here pretty shortly. I hear... Oh, well, now we know where the last one is. Alright, cool. I've never actually found this one before, so that's 5 out of 5. You guys got lucky. I just happened to find it. I did not go out of my way. I just happened to notice switches this time around, and it worked out in your guys' favor. So now you know where those are. All right, so we got to figure out our way out of here now. We got to figure out how to get out of here now. Unfortunately, I don't recall where the end... All right, here we go. So I know that the way out is up. Here we go. So you guys got super lucky. Now I know how to find that one. Alright, cool. I don't personally care. I was fine walking away with 4, but we did get some gear out of it, so that was a benefit to me personally, so that's cool. Alright, so now we just need to get back to the ship, and then ideally... Unfortunately, the bull mantas are very fast. Need to eat some food so we can build up our stamina quicker, because these guys are going to follow me all the way back to the ship if I can't outrun them. I don't necessarily want to fight them. Alright, ideally, we've covered enough distance to get away from them. Alright, cool. So, let's head back up to here. Let's see if it's going to let us, since we picked up some heavy ammo, let's see if it'll let us... Let's see if it'll let us actually make some now. Can I make heavy ammo? Yes, okay, cool. I generally like to hold on to about 100, but I'm gonna get 200 just so we can make sure that we're good. Okay. So now we can make this number 2. Are we able to make our hip lamp yet? Hip lamp. Saborian hip lamp. We just need a battery. Sweet. So now we can be done with the coral. I need a power core, I believe. Power core there. Let's learn some recipes here. Learn so we can clear them out of our inventory. I don't really care about anything that we're picking up here. Then we're going to craft battery, which will allow us to craft our Saborian hip lamp, which is going to make life so much easier. Oops, didn't mean to do that. All right. So now we have our hip lamp, and you equip the hip lamp just like everything else because it does not auto-equip. That goes into your leg slot here, and you press the G key to activate that. It doesn't always work initially, but you'll eventually get it to go. So we can upgrade our rifle, I hope. Yes. And I'm going to recraft this again. Every time I upgrade, I'm going to recraft it because we just got another 100. We just got another over 100 damage. So let's see. Denied ascension needs metal and a weapon propellant. Do I not have any metal on me? I used all my metal. Great. Okay. Well, the next thing we need to do is we need to head back over to the thing because we now have 5 data things available. I want to see if we can get the engine, because if we can get the pace setter, we can get rid of our. Sorry, I'm trying to focus on not dying. We can get rid of our sails and just go straight with the engines, or we can just do engines and sails. I mean, sails do add some speed. Not a lot once you have the engines, but they do, you know, the number does go up noticeably. I don't remember where we are in the tree, so. All right. Yeah, we have access to the engines, so we'll go ahead and grab that. That allows us to build engines. All right, so. Get out of here. Fortunately, I think we have to go over here to the right. I don't think it's going to let us just go down the left side, which would have been more convenient, but that's okay. So yeah, I think what's going to happen now is we're going to go ahead and end this episode. I've got some ship redesigning to do between now and the next one, so I'll spend some time figuring out what the best layout for the ship is. You guys have already seen a tutorial in episode 2 on how to actually build the ship, so you don't need to watch that process. And yeah, I'll figure out removing the sails, putting the engines, getting this configured how I want it, and that'll be that. So thank you very much for watching. Be sure to click the like button, subscribe to help us reach 10,000 subscribers, join as a member for early access to videos, among other perks, or you can just leave YouTube's version of a tip with the thanks button. Also have PayPal and Patreon links for those of you who prefer to go that route, because some people do like to go outside of YouTube to help out with channels, so that is there for your convenience. So again, thank you very much for watching. Be sure to come back for the next video, and I'll see you then.